Can you speak about this touch sensing that you've been doing through intuition?
The person touches the object and they touch my hand. I still get a picture of what they have touched.
So has this helped you also in your exams the same way?
During the paper, if I don't get the answer to a question, then I just close my eyes and I can see the exact page of the textbook in my mind.
Oh my god, you've gone into PDF levels.
My mother was scolding me, do you not have any fear? How can you just go do something like that? After that, I think some text just flowed in and I just grabbed a book, I grabbed a pen, I wrote it. And then my father is a Tamilian, so just showed it to him and it translated to I am fearless.
Oh my god. Terrible earthquake that once happened in Bangladesh and you saved your parents off the lift.
We're visiting a friend of his and they live in the 16th floor. We enter the lift. The moment we enter the lift, I tell my parents, Amma, we have to get out of the lift. Immediately I pulled my mother out. The next second the lift crashed and we look out the window, it was a huge earthquake. You know, by giving your child the opportunity to attend intuition process is like, you know, you're giving your child the GPS to their life.
Lovely. So Bhavani, what have you been up to in school?
I just finished my 11th exams and it's been 1 month since 12th grade started, so only studies.
So you did the intuition process 8 years ago, right? So has this helped you also in your exams the same way?
It has, especially, I mean, one is exam fear. Everyone has exam fear. You know, every time if I was scared for an exam, it's just not that, because I know I've studied everything and I know that I have everything and my intuition tells me, no, you know the paper already, you can write the paper easily. And apart from that, during the paper, if I don't get the answer to a question, then I just close my eyes and I can see the exact page of the textbook in my mind. You know, it's like I have a PDF of the textbook in my mind.
Oh my god, you've gone into PDF levels. So that's scary for parents out there. Children will not study then.
No, you do need to study because it won't scan unless you've seen it once.
Okay, so you have to put in your hard work.
We do have to put in our effort.
I remember when I was young, in the middle of the night, I woke up once at 3 a.m. and I was like, chapter number 12, I need to revise this chapter. Yeah. And I woke up and I opened my book and that was the first question that came in the exam for 15 marks. I was like, oh my god, I just knew this. So those days we didn't have the intuition process. So I feel just doing the Sudarshan Kriya enhanced my ability to become more intuitive, I guess. Yeah. But you guys have been given the gift of intuition process and I think you can use it when you want it, right?
Yeah.
Is that how it is?
It's like we have a switch off and switch on button. I can use it when I want to, and if I don't want to know something, I can just switch it off. But if there are cases like where I am in danger or someone's in danger, then it's like it kickstarts.
It's always right? Wow, bang on.
Yeah.
So in the earlier days, did you feel that somewhere your intuition is going wrong? Or was there like a probability like maybe right, maybe wrong?
Really, I think because I did the course when I was 5, so I had like zero thoughts. And every time something will come, I'll just be like, okay, this is coming, let's just do it. So I never had a second doubt on what is coming. And I think being young played a huge role in that.
All that innocence that you had and purity that you had. So taking you back to year 5, when you were 5 years old, you happened to do the course with me. Yeah. And I still remember that I gave you 40 cards and you finished them in 1 minute. So you were just like eyes closed and there were these minuscule words that were written and I gave you a small packet of Ojas Vita and I said read it, read the milligrams on that. And I had double blindfolded you that day. Yeah. And you just picked up the packet and you start reading absolutely perfectly. How did it happen? How did it just click?
I mean, for me, when I use my intuition, I get all the things as pictures in my mind. You know, sometimes in like between my eyebrows or sometimes just as a picture. So whether it's the packet or if I'm looking at something, I get a picture of exactly that. And it's a color picture. And if it's the text specifically, then it's like, you know, it feels like intuition has a zoom feature of its own. So I like, if it's that small packet, I get a picture of the whole packet and I want to read the small text on it. my intuition, it just zooms in onto that area and I can see everything clearly.
And I have seen you do intuition from 20 feet distance, 30 feet distance. If somebody is holding a picture back there, you're able to just figure out what it is. How?
It's the same as the small objects. If there's someone far away, I just put my thought to that person and I get a picture of that person as if they're standing right in front of me.
So does that same thing happen on the phone when you're answering questions to people?
It does. Normally, if it's about lost objects or lost people, I get a picture of where the person or the object is. It's as if I'm in that place and I've taken a picture of that place.
Wow, is it three-dimensional?
Yeah, sometimes it's three-dimensional. Otherwise, it's like I'm seeing a photo on my phone of where that person is.
Isn't that so interesting for teenagers?
It is.
To just close your eyes and see the world that they can't see and want to know about. I think it's an incredible...
It's like you have a GPS of your own in your mind.
Wow. So isn't that the need of the hour for today?
It is, and especially Gen Z and the coming generations, that is the biggest need. Decisions, honestly everything.
Like also boyfriend, girlfriend?
Yes.
So you make the right choice and you don't get stuck with a bad relationship?
More than relationships, it's about friendships. Because these days, every person that you meet, you feel like they're toxic. The moment you meet this person, you have 20 thoughts coming at you thinking, should I trust this person? Should I not? What are they going to do? Can I talk to them? Can I share? Should I not share? Am I oversharing? So many thoughts. And intuition, the moment you meet a person, your intuition will tell you, trust this person, keep a distance from this person. Don't trust this person at all.
So Las Vegas can go bankrupt, right? If I send you there?
Maybe.
Really?
Who knows?
So are there any ethics to intuition that they have given you?
There are a lot of ethics. I mean, we take an oath for it, and it's at the last day of the course, right before we end the program, we're made to take an oath where, we say that, okay, we won't help with stock market, we won't help with lottery, we won't help with relationships, and there's a lot more. And that is basically like, inbuilt security system.
It's keeping a tab on you.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a protection feature to intuition process.
There is. And
for the parents.
Yeah, supposing, we take an oath not to predict stock market. And supposing,
so what oath have you taken?
The same oath everybody does. You want to know, you do the
Can
course.
you just share it like with the world out there? Because parents are quite apprehensive about giving this knowledge about intuition, seeing the world that they can't see. Now parents have to be aware about these things and protective about, because all the secrets will get revealed, right?
Yeah.
So what is the oath you have taken as a human value? What will you not do? Like misusing intuition, or what do you think?
Mainly it's that I will use my intuition to help society. I will not use it for my own benefit, and I will not use it for again, it's all about personal gains. I won't use it for personal gain, and I won't use it to help others cheat on something.
Lovely. That's so well integrated into the system, and I think real values have been placed in the program, taught in the program, I feel. And if we can enhance these human values from the age of 5 to 18 in children, and when their children are so young, the young minds can turn into future entrepreneurs and future futuristic, I would say,
Pretty
global
soon
leaders.
You'll find an intuition kid at every top position.
Wow, that's the way it should be, right?
Yeah.
The world has to have the intuition generation rather than the Generation Z.
Yeah.
And so Bhavani, I remember during COVID, with your mom's permission, you opened an Instagram account. And your first reel went to 12 million. And you became so popular with that reel that your mom had to say, okay, Bhavani, when you grow up, we will open an account again for you. So was it an intuitive thought, or the content that came to you so randomly? And was it relatable to the Gen Zs? What was it? Like, it just went viral.
I don't even remember what the video was. But again, it's not like I know every thought that's coming is an intuitive thought, but it's like, intuition, it enhances creativity also. So sometimes when your creativity is flowing, you don't know whether it's creativity or if it's intuition. It's just the thought is coming and you're like, okay, this sounds damn good. I just have to take it. I have to do it. And I think that's personally what I did. And I think it was just that intuition. Like, already there's creativity. I don't want to call myself creative, but there was creativity and intuition. It took it 3 levels higher.
So which means people out there, the Gen Zs, if they do intuition process, they will become super famous.
If they want to, they can.
They can.
Yeah.
So whatever you put attention on, that grows. Are you trying to say that? Like horse riding,
Yeah, whatever you
NCC.
whatever you put attention on, that grows, and what is meant for you also grows, whether you know it or not.
Whether you know it or not. So that's the click there.
Yeah.
What would you say about AI?
It has its pros and cons. One is you have to use it where you need to, but you should stop when it crosses a limit.
Okay, can you speak about intuition and AI? Do you think intuition is far advanced?
It is much more advanced. I mean, AI is only telling you what the world knows, but intuition can tell you what the world has lost and what the world has not found.
Wow, that's so brilliantly put. Beautiful answer. So, guys out there, that's a beautiful answer from Bhavani. And I want to know more about some secrets that you have for the world and you want to share with the world on based on intuition and what you have gone through all these years, the past 8 years, and how you help the world. Can you share some examples that will help insight teenagers, parents, children?
I think I'll start with how it has helped me personally, because that's what everyone is looking for. Everyone just thinks, okay, what am I going to get, before they think what is the world going to get. And personally, as I mentioned before, I had this huge issue of confidence. I'll only talk to my parents. I won't talk to anyone else. I had barely 2 friends. Beyond that, communication is like non-existent. And intuition, how it helps me is, it's like I have no stage fear. I have to talk to anyone on the road, or if I have to address a crowd of 20,000 people or 20 lakh people, I have no fear. It's the same things that I will speak with the same level of confidence.
So which is the maximum crowd that you have addressed? From 2 people to?
I don't know. I've never kept a count.
No, like a crowd of 1 lakh, 2 lakh?
3 lakh?
3 lakh people?
Yes. Yeah.
So 2 people to 3 lakh people. That's where you have reached, and you have no fear in addressing
No
them.
fear. I have the same level of confidence at both places.
Same confidence.
Same level of confidence.
Wow, that's something every teenager wants to learn, and I think every school education system should be giving.
Yeah.
And I feel that's the revolution in education Gurudev is talking about.
Yeah.
Human values integrated into educational system. You think it's that?
It is that, because it's confidence and clarity. Confidence because you need to know what you want to study, what you're going to do with your life. I mean, of course, you're not supposed to be 100% sure, because life has surprises for you. But then you also need clarity on what you're going to do. So when you have clarity, you have confidence. You have confidence, you can get clarity. You can find clarity.
And is this a birthmark that you have?
Yeah.
And you feel confident about it?
I do. I love it.
And how did that confidence spring up? Because there are so many teenagers like you who are so shy to come out onto the world because of some, maybe a birthmark, or maybe their skin doesn't shine too well, or they're too stuck to the mirrors. Is it that self-confidence that comes out of intuition? Can you speak about it?
I mean, of course, self-confidence plays a role here, because I like to think that my birthmark is what makes me special. And that's what makes me stand out in people. I don't want to be normal. I want to be that one special person that people can remember me by with just one look. And I think it's not just self-confidence, also the family environment plays a huge role. And my parents, my family, they never said anything about it. And I think it's because of them that I learned to love myself.
Wow, that's a beautiful thing. So you have any message for the teenagers out there?
It's just smile and love yourself. That's more than enough for any teenager today.
Okay, and that happens through meditation?
It does.
So can you elaborate that a little bit?
Yeah. When we meditate, it just clears your mind. If we look at teenagers now, there are 100 million thoughts flowing in from every direction, up, down, left, right, everywhere there are thoughts coming in. And the moment you close your eyes and you sit into meditation, it's like one by one, all the thoughts, they just exit your mind and you're hollow and empty. And that puts no stress, no weight on your mind, and you just start smiling and you have nothing to worry about.
So wait a minute, let's speak a little about meditation and these pranayams, these words that you're using. What did you learn in this course? And people out there want to know that meditation is simply sitting with your eyes closed, or is it a boring practice? And Gen Zs or Gen Alpha, what do you call yourself?
Gen Z.
Gen Z, right?
Yeah.
So Gen Z is like you. Are you up to meditation? I mean, you guys are the ones who are wanting to be out there, be the one. So are you? Do you think it's a game for you to meditate?
Not really. Meditation is very effortless. It's just you walk, you talk, you sit, you close your eyes, you sleep. Everything is meditation in its own form.
So do they train you in the art of living how to meditate?
They do. I mean, meditation, simply put, is you look inwards and you just notice your breath.
And why do you want to go inwards?
If you look at the outwards, there's always beauty outwards, and there's always so many problems. But if you just look inwards, it's just simple. There's only you.
Oh wow, that's very beautifully put. Intuition is the gut, right?
Yes.
It's about having the right thought at the right moment.
Time. Yeah.
So how does that help you in real life?
Decision making, if we simply term it, like if I'm ever in a situation where I have 6, 7, maybe 2, 6 or 20 choices in front of me and I need to make a decision, my intuition just tells me, okay, this is the road you need to take, whether it's an ice cream or it's a career. I mean, I have a favorite ice cream flavor, but in general, if that flavor is not available, then from an ice cream to a career, my intuition tells me that, okay, this is the road you need to take, this is what you need to do. And I just say, okay, I accept it, and it's effortless.
So how do you get it? How does that gut get enhanced in your life? Do you get it on the first day of the course? Does it develop through time?
It differs from person to person. A lot of people get it the first day, the second day, after a week, after a month, after a year. But yes, the results are there. For me personally, it was on the first day, right after I was initiated with the meditation. Right after I opened my eyes, I think I could feel that something inside me was like, awake.
And I've heard you speak about this terrible earthquake that once happened in Bangladesh. And you saved your parents off the lift. How did it happen?
So I was 6 years old, 1 year after I did the intuition program. And my father used to work in Bangladesh at that time, so we went to visit him for summer vacation. We're visiting a friend of his and they live in the 16th floor. We enter the lift. The moment we enter the lift, I tell my parents, Amma, we have to get out of the lift the moment the door opens. And my mom, she thought I was joking and she's like, do you think I'm going to settle down here? Do you think I'm going to build a house here, live here, put a kitchen, put a bed here? And then that's where the conversation ended. We reached 16th floor, the door opened, me and my father, we got out. Immediately I pulled my mother out. The next second the lift crashed. And right after that, when we look out the window, we could feel some shaking and some cement was falling off. And we look out the window, it was a huge earthquake. And I held my parents' hands and I dragged them down 16 floors. And I was like, it's okay, nothing's going to happen. I held their hands and we walked down 16 floors. We got out and we got saved because that lift, it crashed down and there was a whole short circuit inside. And right after that, the people we were visiting, they said it's normal for us, you just come back. I said no, after 5 minutes there's going to be one more round. And this time my parents believed me and they said no, it's okay, we'll go. And right after 5 minutes, we took our car, we got out of there. Right after 5 minutes, there was another round.
Wow. So fears and anxieties, depression, suicidal tendencies that people are going through these days, intuition is going to help students?
It will. If I focus on anxiety, it does help a lot. Again, because that involves a lot of overthinking and it will help a lot. And yeah, in general, if you take mental health for teenagers, it will play a huge role because it just clears your mind and it tells you that, okay, this is not the case. And there is much more to life than this.
Than a breakup.
Yeah.
Or a shake-up.
Yeah.
All right, that's beautifully answered. What do you think life has to offer to you in the future? Are you so clear about your future?
I'm only clear about my next step. I don't know what the road ahead of me shows, what it has for me prepared. All I do know is that I don't want to stop doing something for the world. I don't want to stop doing seva. And I just know that, okay, this is the next step I need to take. And when I reach that next step, that's when I think, okay, it's time to decide what is my next step.
So you're living every moment as it comes.
Yeah.
And it's bringing you in the present moment.
Yes.
Deleting all anxieties and worries and all the burdens that you have to carry forward.
Even what's in the past, I just see, okay, I already crossed that step. If I did fall down there, I'll just learn how to stand.
So that's a lot of confidence and a lot of, you feel a lot of self-worth, right?
Yeah.
So can you describe a case of a missing person that you have found?
The most recent one is, there was this one person, she called from Canada or US, one of the places, and she called. So her family member, who is here in Bangalore, Karnataka, had gone missing, and he's an old man, old-aged person, and I think he has dementia or something like that. He has dementia, and he walked off from home in the middle of the night. And the family, they are there in Canada, and they have called from there saying that, okay, this person he left home midnight. We don't know where he is, and they just sent a CCTV footage where he is wearing a blue shirt and brown pants.
Oh.
And that was all the details they gave me. Then they just told, okay, this was the time and this is where our house is located. Then I took to my intuition, and then I got that, okay, this is the place he's in. He walked, he reached this restaurant, and he had breakfast there, and this is what he ate. I gave the menu, exactly what he ordered.
Wow.
And the family who is here in Bangalore, they went to that restaurant. When they went there, the person was not there. But when they asked the people around, the cashier there, he said that, yes, I saw this person and he ordered exactly this and this item. And then they again made a call, and then I said, okay, now this is where he is right now, and this is what he's ordered. Again, this was around afternoon when they called. They go there, again it's the same case. The cashier told, yes, I saw him, blue shirt, brown pant, and he took exactly this. Again in the evening they called. I said, okay, now this is the place he's in. And it's the same case again. And then the next day morning they called again, and I said, okay, I can see green plants and I can see a pathway. He's walking there, and this time he's in a white shirt and blue pants. Is how I described him. I got a picture of him exactly in that place. Like I could see, okay, he's on this pathway, he's in a white shirt, he's in blue pants, and there's grass next to him, and he's just walking there. They said, okay. And then by then they had already made posters. It was put out all over social media, all around the area. Every person over there had it, and they were looking for the person. And then after a while they called. The family called, and then they said that a cab driver reached out to us, and he called because he saw this man walking on the street, and he thought that he recognized him. Then he pulled up the poster, he saw the face, and then he contacted the family, and he brought the man back. And the old person, he was in a white shirt and blue pants, and someone along the way had given him a change of clothes, a place to sleep, and they had given him a change of clothes just as I had described, and he was back exactly within the timeline that I described.
Wow. From America or Canada to India, Bangalore.
Yeah.
And you find this old man, such a solace to the family, right?
Yeah.
You feel good about it?
I was actually very happy. Though, I mean, every time we answer a question, once we're out of our intuitive state, we have no memory of what we have told the people. So it's like, we have zero storage of what is happening. And this was all narrated to me by the family. And I was so happy to hear it that the old man was found. My least of bothers was whether my information was correct or no. I was just happy that the man was back.
So you mean to say intuition helps you in academics, intuition helps you in extracurriculars, and intuition helps you help people.
Yeah.
So it's a great bonus for social service for children out there in the world to enhance their gut, learn about the sixth sense. That's what you call it, sixth sense?
Sixth sense, yes.
And you feel good to have that added sense?
I mean, I feel the best having that added sense. Better than ever.
How?
I think it's personally because I just know that, okay, I can do something. Like, now we see so many things happening.
So there's that wow feeling that, yes, I did it. Is that how, like when you win a cricket match and you feel, yes, we won it.
Yeah.
That's that feeling?
Yeah.
Like, wow, I found them.
Every time I'm able to help a person, I'm like, okay, the person was found. Okay, they found the object.
Wow. So that must be giving such a thrilling experience. And how many things like that have you solved? Like mystical cases, real life.
I've lost count. I've been doing predictions, I think, for almost 9 years. And I've lost count.
So every beautiful experience gives you a greater insight.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
And moreover, it's not like, okay, I got this set of abilities when I did the course, and this is what I can do for the rest of my life. Every time I'm answering a question, and something new happens, and this is when I hear the experience from the people or from my mother. And every time I hear that, okay, this is something new, this is what I can do, this I can develop, this I can improve this.
So is it opening different dimensions in your consciousness?
Every single day.
You feel it?
Yes.
Something happening in the brain?
Yeah.
Something happening inside there?
I feel like something's happening around me.
So teenagers out there who are feeling bored, depressed, or feeling lost in life, or so burdened with exams and studies, do you think it'll give them that zing in life after intuition process?
Better than ever. Especially for people who are bored and who don't know what to do with their life. They will have it better than ever.
Like, you mean to say exam papers?
It's not just exam papers, it's about everything that's in your life, especially people who are bored and who don't know what to do with their lives. This is something that will just open a whole new world for them.
Wow, like Harry Potter real world.
It's not Harry Potter exactly, it's like you're seeing the world, but there's a filter that's removed. And you're seeing the world as it is, which is more fun.
Real life.
Yeah.
Real fun. Yeah. Reading into minds of people.
That's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah, that's possible. But then again, there's a switch off and switch on button.
So it saves you, gives you safety?
It does.
It secures you.
Especially when someone's telling me something, but they're thinking something else. That is when the ability to read minds help.
You catch their mind?
Yeah.
Okay, you catch their thoughts also?
I do.
Wow. That's an incredible gift for everybody in the world today.
Yeah.
Every parent. If their child can make the right decisions in their life, if they can help them secure their lives on their own, if they can make the right choices of career.
Yeah. Especially parents will find a new element to their life where their kids are telling them not to trust some people.
Oh.
And that is the biggest surprise. You know how I said that we can feel vibes of the people? The same way, every parent always nags the kid, okay, don't talk to this person, don't talk to that guy, don't talk to this girl, stop talking to them, don't be friends with them, they're not good. Instead, your intuition is just there the moment you meet them and they tell, okay, don't talk to this person. And then you see your parents talking to someone, your intuition tells you, okay, this person cannot be trusted. And now I'm the person who tells my mother, Amma, don't talk to this person, don't trust this person.
Oh,
it's like the whole plate flipped over.
Wow. So let me come back to this and give a different dimension to this talk. Intuition, you've talking about you, right? Or your generation, 8 years to 18 years. Let's talk about how it's helping parents. Students who have done the intuition process, how do you think it's helping the parents?
I mean, yeah, one is of course this, it saves the parents a lot of effort and a lot of headache. And moreover than that, parents, I think their biggest stress is the child's life. What is my kid going to study? What are they going to do? Who are they talking to? What are they doing? How are they going to do? What job do they want to do? It's so much easier for the parent when the kid knows what they want to do and how they have to do it. And it makes things so much easier for the parents. And even, the confidence, it helps so much because the children, they don't have to hide behind the parents. They're there before the parents are. And that makes it so much better. Even the understanding of the kids improves so much, I feel that kids are the core of a family. And when the child of the family is understanding, the whole family is at peace.
Wow, I think that's really making them at ease. Right? So Bhavani, one day, I remember this instance where I walked into your house and I told you to do something offhand. Do you remember? And I just told you I had just returned from China and I told you, Bhavani, pick up a book and pen. And this was at some 10:30 in the night. And I said, start writing in Chinese. And you were like, you looked at me and you said, Shreya Didi, I don't know Chinese. And you were just 6 years old then, right? You remember?
Yeah, I do.
And I reached home and your mom sent me a screenshot on WhatsApp saying, this is what Bhavani has written and it's very vague. And I Google translated it and I sent it to China to my friends and they translated it. And it said electricity, shock, short circuit.
Yeah.
It was something very vague. So I told your mom, okay, let's discuss this in the morning. And she called me back next morning and I'd like you to share the story that happened.
Yeah, the very same day that you had come, actually, I think after you left from there, there was a short circuit inside the lift. And the lift just crashed. There was a short circuit, there was a fire. And I had written that in Chinese much before that had happened. And I think you escaped that.
Wow. So that was something that saved me. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've been writing ancient Chinese also, right?
Yeah.
How does it come to you?
A lot of times the text just flows in. It's like, either I'm meditating or I'm in the middle of my final exam, or if it's 12 a.m. in the night, a thought just flows in and I just have to write it down somewhere. And it's like my brain is not even thinking for a second, okay, what is this? What language? From where? What does it mean? Why is it here? It's just my hand just flows and I write it.
So you wrote Jai Gurudev in Russian once.
Yes.
And then you wrote something in Tamil.
There's a story for that.
Yeah.
I don't remember what age I was, but I had done something and my mother was scolding me, do you not have any fear? How can you just go do something like that? You should think for 2 seconds. And then a few minutes after that, I think, some text just flowed in and I just grabbed a book, I grabbed a pen, I wrote it. And then my father is a Tamilian, so just showed it to him and it translated to I am fearless.
Oh my God.
In Tamil.
You are really fearless, right? After the intuition process.
Yeah.
So that text maybe you can share with the viewers out there. They can see it. What you've written in Russian, and then you've written in Chinese.
Yeah.
And then you've written in Tamil.
Arabic as well.
Arabic.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe some past life you were an Arabian in the Arabian Nights.
I think Chinese, because I've downloaded so much Chinese, and the Chinese that I've downloaded is not just from what is being used now. There are some that I've downloaded which is 5,000 years ago, 50,000 years ago, 2 years ago, or like something which is just not used anymore. A lot of it is like ancient Chinese scripts, lost scripts, where every time we've sent it for translation, some of them, they've just replied saying that this is too vague to be translated. It's so old, we just don't have any reference material to it.
Have you sent it to like authentic sources?
We have.
Wow, that's really interesting. So Bhavani, once I remember that there was a very senior guest that had come from the film industry once to the ashram. I vaguely remember the names. There was something called the touch sensing you did. So you touched her hand and you gave out some answers. And to me it sounded very vague. But later on we figured out that that was actual absolute truth that you said. So you've been doing this touch sensing things.
Yeah.
Like you touch a book and you don't even read it. Like the book is on the side, you touch it. And then all of a sudden those letters start coming to you and you start saying it. You've not even seen the picture, you just touched it. Can you speak about this touch sensing that you've been doing through intuition? Because I think it's a gift of gab to you.
Yeah. Touch sensing, a lot of times, there are 2 ways that we do touch sensing. One is, yes, of course, I touch the card, I touch the object, whatever. And the whatever is there, the content, it just flows in front of my face. It's like, again, I'm seeing a picture of it as if the book is in front of me. And there is one more where the person touches the object and they touch my hand. Like their hand is touching my hand and they've touched the object and then they're touching my hand. That time again, I don't know how it works, fascinating for me also. I still get a picture of what they have touched.
So you touch their hand and it comes to you.
Yeah.
And they have touched the book.
Exactly what their hand felt, I get a picture of that in my hand.
Wow, that's something very interesting. And how does that work? Like you feel it, it goes to the sense of touch and comes to the sixth sense. I don't know. Can you explain the feeling a little bit?
I think here there is a sense of touch because again I'm not seeing the object directly. Someone's touching it, but they've seen the object. They have seen the content, they have touched it, and they're showing it to me. There's like a network flowing from the object through their hand to my hand. And then I get the picture of what they have touched in front of me.
So via. So we're all interconnected in this world, right?
Yeah.
So you're able to read the minds of people sitting in America, in Australia, in Japan. How many countries?
A whole lot of countries.
You've gone traveling the whole world now. You don't need to travel to those countries anymore.
Much, yeah.
You've seen it already, right? Through your intuition. You've gone to Japan, you've gone to Russia, you've gone to Australia.
Yeah, that's possible, but I do want to visit Japan.
Okay. So time travel, you're doing time travel. Have you gone to Argentina? Have you answered anything in Argentina?
Yeah.
For any Spanish people?
Missing cases.
Wow.
Again.
In Argentina?
Yeah.
And where else?
Latin America, then US, China, Australia. A lot of countries I never know where they're coming from.
So intuitively I'm saying the right countries to you.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're passing on the signals to me.
A lot of times I don't know where the person is located, because there are some missing cases where the people just don't know where the person was last seen. And all they know is, okay, this person has gone missing. I don't know where they're from, where they were, nothing. And somehow surprisingly I can see where they are
They
exactly.
could also be lost in the jungles of Africa.
Could. Yeah.
Wow. And you can trace them. They're sitting on a tree.
Yeah.
They're looking at you. That's interesting. What advice would you give to parents? Why they should do the intuition process, and the way it has helped you and guided you all your life? How do you think it's going to guide those kids out there who are 8 to 18 years old, who have absolutely no knowledge about meditation, whose parents don't meditate? They don't know what's meditation, who find meditation boring, absolutely disinterested, because they are the Gen Zs or the Gen Alphas or the Gen Beta nowadays. So 5 years could be Gen Beta. So that generation needs intuition, and why?
I think the coming generations need intuition more than even the present generation does. And for the parents specifically, one thing I know, the parents are constantly worrying what to give their children, how to give their children what they want, and how to give their children what they're meant for, what they deserve to do. And I think intuition will just set the roadmap for you. It's like, by giving your child the opportunity to attend intuition process is like, you're giving your child the GPS to their life.
Lovely. And give your final word of intuition process of the art of living for the world out there. What would you want them to do? If you were a teacher like me, what would the message for the world be through you or through your eyes?
Put every kid you see on the road to do the intuition process.
Only the road?
Anywhere. Building, road, river, forest. Anywhere. Volcano. Anywhere you see a kid, put them to do the intuition course and you'll have an intuitive earth.
Wow. Jai Gurudev. That was brilliant.